Welcome into Date Palm Field. Spring training action on MLB The Show. It's the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Angels. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And getting the start for the Angels, Yusei Kikuchi. What do we need to know here?
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
About to get started here. Here's Matt Chapman.
Third baseman, number 26, Matt Chapman.
Oh, 1 now. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. And ball one.
That's inside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
On the ground.
Foul.
And it goes just foul. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That's down and in.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Line to left. Takes it in for the out. Devers now. Devers, the baby-faced assassin.
Devers.
That's outside. Yeah.
Strike two. And Raffy falls victim to the K.
Third, the left fielder, Elliot.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Elliot Ramos.
Aye.
That one ripped, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. Outside low, and that's ball one. This one in the air right field. Adele going after it. Bounces over the wall in foul ground, and it's an automatic double. So here's Bader now. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Foul ball there.
Well, a really good chance right here to pick up a run in the top of the first after what seemed to be a real quiet start to the inning.
Outside low, ball one. Upstairs. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Fires it to the plate. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. On the board first, it's 1-0. So 2 down. Luis Arraez stands in. And that one almost hit him. Grounds one to short. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the starter for San Francisco, Logan Webb. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Boog, he brings a ton of confidence with him to the mound. He's looking for good at-bats and a few runs from his teammates, and he's hoping to take care of the rest to make sure they come away with a win. If he's on in this one, it's going to be a real uphill battle for everyone else.
Nolan Schanuel getting ready to hit.
Schanuel.
That's a ball.
Just off the outside edge, and the count now 2-0. Next offering is fouled back. That misses the zone. 3-1 now. Got him. 1 out.
Batting second, the center fielder, number
Here's Trout.
27, Mike Trout.
Outside, that's a ball.
Swing and a ground ball. Chapman over to first in time. And here this afternoon, two quickly away in the bottom of the first. 2 outs, base is empty. Here is Yoan Moncada. And he grounds one to the right side. Koss to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. On now to the top half of inning number 2. And digging in for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. Fouled off left side. Now the 0-1. That's ripped. Base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Willy Adames, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And the 1-0.
That's ball 2. Aye.
Lee gets his lead at first with nobody out. Next offering is down low. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw safe. That's a stolen base. And ball 4 to aboard.
Take your base.
Batting 8.
First and second, no outs. Christian Koss, the next Giant to hit. That's the third. Has some trouble with it. He decides to hold on to it, and the bases are now loaded.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Next to hit, Patrick Bailey.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Here's a 2-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Out towards right center field. He's got it. Here comes the runner from third. The run scores from third, and they lead by 2.
Up next to the Giants.
Two aboard with 1 out.
Matt
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. 0 for 1 so far. That missed by a lot, and that's ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 1. Oh, he can't hang on. Still manages a throw. First at second, and they get the out. Stayed with it nicely.
Up next to the Giants.
Now it's
The
Devers
first
at the
baseman,
plate.
Rafael
His first at bat was a
Devers.
strikeout. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Ball 1.
Swings through that one. That
That's
misses.
ball
2-2.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception.
Oh,
He
that
knew
pitch
right
out.
away it was an off-speed pitch.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. They limit the damage here. Bottom half of inning
And
number
leading off
2.
for
So now the Angel
the
cleanup
right fielder,
hitter,
number
Joe
7,
Adell.
Joe Adell.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots that are so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout. And now the shortstop, Zach Neto.
Hey.
The 0-1. Base knock center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting 6th, the left fielder, number 3.
Here's the left fielder, Josh Lowe.
Lowe.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield. He's
Inside,
just
ball 2.
missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but
Runner takes off. That one fouled off. 2-2. Got him swinging.
Batting 7.
Logan
the catcher,
O'Hoppe,
number 14.
the next to hit for the Angels.
Logan O'Hoppe.
Runner on the go. Pitch
Ball.
misses. Throw
Safe.
safe. And And another ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Outside with a breaking ball. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. That one finds the zone. Full count now.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Top half of the third inning, and digging in for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos. That one fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Struck him out looking.
Up next for the Giants, the center fielder.
And now Bader
9,
up to the plate.
Harrison
Singled and drove in a run his first time through.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
That one off the mark, and now it's even 1-1. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game. And the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Luis
2 down, bases empty. Luis Arias, the next to hit, grounded out his first time.
Ball.
And another ball.
Down.
Pitch misses.
Ball 3.
3 balls, no strikes. Slider for a strike. He'll challenge. Thought that was a ball. And the strike call will stand. 1 challenge remaining for them now. Two down, nobody on. In the air, right field. Adele on the move. And he makes the catch. And that is that. As we go to the last of the third. Now it's the DH for the Angels. Jorge Soler.
Hey!
That one found hard the other way. And that's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Up the middle, Adames. Over to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
The second
and next for the Angels, Oswald Peraza. Peraza starting up the middle at second, 25 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it. So a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
What a stop. And very nicely done for the out. Back to the top of the Angels lineup. Nolan Schanuel digs in now. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times. So I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike. That one not close. Ball one. Just missed. Got him. Dave Lawrence rings him up.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Angels,
back, and now on the mound to start the fourth, Alek Manoah.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Lee takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
Ball two.
Manoah, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Lee aboard here at first with nobody out. Swings through that. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Up next for the Giants.
Now at the plate, Christian Koss. That one's in there, 0-1. Man at first, one away. Swinging a foul out of play. The 0-2. And it stays fair. Around second, on his way to third. Lee coming home. He'll score easily, and they take a 3-run lead.
Up next for the Giants, the catcher, number
1 out,
14,
runner at second. Patrick Bailey now at the plate. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Slider clips the corner. Man at second.
Ball. Ball two.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Fastball for a strike. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Matt Chapman to the plate in this high leverage situation. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. 2 on, 1 out.
Ball 1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And there's a foul ball. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
The first baseman, Rafael.
High leverage spot, and here comes the dangerous Rafael Devers, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swinging a foul straight back. Two on, 2 outs.
Ball 1.
And he swings over the top there. That one missed.
Ball 2.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage.
Now pitching for
Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the fourth. Trevor McDonald.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Trout at the plate for the second time as he takes ball 1. That one in there to Mike Trout. Here's a rocket out to left. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Yoan Moncada with a chance to hit.
Ball.
That one close, ruled a ball. And it's 1-0.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and heart of the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
The 1-0. Right through there for a strike. Yeah, that's fouled off. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Wild pitch. Catcher gets a piece. Trout up to third on the wild pitch. The 2-2. Set down on strikes. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Now batting Joe Adell. He's 0 for 1. That misses. Ball 1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now it's going to be Zach Neto. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it is gone. A 2-run shot, and we're starting over. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Josh Lowe, the next to hit for the Angels. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Already 3 runs across in the frame. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one inside, and the count is 2-0.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
That one catches the zone, and it's 2-1.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at-bat.
And that is downstairs. And the count is 3-1. There's the strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Up next for the Angels.
Here's the Angels catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
Logan.
Struck out swinging his first time.
O'Hoppe.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Brent Suter. Now the left fielder, Elliot Ramos. 1 for 2.
Elliot Ramos.
And that misses. And that's ball 1.
Ball, that's inside.
Foul ball there. The count 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next to the Giants, the center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
Ball, that's out.
Fouled off left side. That's outside. And that's ball 2. Next offering is fouled back. Here's a 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
The batter, number 1.
And next is the designated hitter, Luis Arraez.
Ball, that's too high.
Two down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. And that'll do it.
Now pitching for
back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Sam Hentges. Jorge Soler up at the plate. He's 0 for 1.
The designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
Hey!
Outside low, and it's 1-1.
That's ball 2.
You see the velocity, 97 with that fastball. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
The second
Oswald
baseman,
Peraza,
Oswald.
the next to hit for the Angels. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. The 1-1 is fouled off. Almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Adames, the throw to first. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
The first baseman,
Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Nolan Schanuel. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Ball 1.
Fights it off. He'll see another. 1-2 now. And misses inside. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning.
Now pitching for the
We're back,
Angels,
and they make a change
number
to start the
44,
6th. The new pitcher, Ben Joyce.
And we all know about his
Leading off
slider.
the
It's
Giants,
just
the
filthy,
right
man.
fielder,
And one of the better ones in the
Lee.
game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Lee leading things off and takes a strike.
Yep, that ball went out.
Joyce, 25 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2022. Man, that got him square in the mask. Stays alive. The 1-2. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Good job of just putting the ball in play
The
with
batter,
2 strikes.
number 2,
You can't do much better than that on a
Shortstop,
pitch that far
Adames.
outside of the strike zone. Got him in a chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
Adames in the box now. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Late swing fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But
Peraza, 1 at second, back to first, and that is a double play.
Up next to the
Base is
Giants,
empty after the
second
double
baseman,
play. Christian Koss getting ready to hit. He's 2 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Fought off foul. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Hit on the ground to short. Neto gets it to first. That's the third out. Inning over. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jose Butto. Here's Mike Trout.
Leading up for the Angels, the center fielder, Mike Trout.
And a foul ball. The 0-1.
Ball one. Ball.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him swinging. Leadoff man retired in the sixth.
Up next for the Angels.
Here is Moncada.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Adell, batting with one down, takes a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Batter number 9. Shortstop.
Go ahead run on base. Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. He's already homered in this game. And that one fouled off. On the ground to first. And it's through for a hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Up next for the Angels.
And next for LA, Josh Lowe.
Number 3, Josh Lowe.
Aye.
Two on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off. Just off the outside edge. Ball 1.
That's a really good take.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back.
Angels,
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Sam Aldegary.
Aldegary.
Now it's the Giants
Leading
catcher,
off for the
Patrick
Giants,
Bailey.
the catcher, number 14, Patrick Bailey.
That one way inside. a foul ball. He stays alive.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Got him. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
Up next for the Giants.
So now pinch hitter for the Giants, Jesus Rodriguez. Looking to start something with one gone. Jesus Rodriguez in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Low on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 away now.
For the Giants, number 10, Casey Schmidt.
Casey Schmidt stands in now and watches strike 1. Comes up empty.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Good job to fight that one off.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
2 down, nobody on. That's inside. And the count 1-2. On the outside corner, got him looking.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Hayden Birdsong. Bryce Eldridge getting loose there. He's now in the game at first.
Bryce Eldridge.
Logan O'Hoppe getting ready to hit.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
And that drops in for a strike.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Ball 1 there. Sliced hard but foul. And a 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Angels.
And now the designated hitter for the Angels, Jorge Soler.
Aye.
Yo 1. And a curve finds the outside corner for strike 2. Soler wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they get to hang on to their second challenge.
Nope, that's off the plate.
All tied up. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fouls one off. 2-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Got him swinging for the K. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing beep.
The second baseman.
So in now for the Angels, Oswald Peraza has grounded out a couple of times. Way out front for strike 2. And downstairs. Swings and misses, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 23. So now pinch hitter for the Giants, Gerard Encarnacion. He represents the go-ahead run. Herrera Encarnacion leading things off and takes a strike. Hit in the air, left field, low, under it. And there's one down. Pinch hitter coming on, Will Brennan. He represents the go-ahead run.
Brennan.
And fouled off. Line drive. That's a base hit. And a go-ahead run is on base.
He was all over that one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Tyler Fitzgerald in now. Takes ball one off the plate.
Way to lay off that pitch down. If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball three. And there's ball four. And with two outs, the go-ahead run is at second base. Challenge from behind the dish here. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
And a base hit. And a go-ahead run into scoring position. One away.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
Luis Matos in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Backed off the plate that time. And now 2-1. This one in the air, center field. Makes the grab. Willy Adames to the plate now at a high leverage spot. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Inside, almost got him.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
That one ripped, but foul. 2 on, 2 outs. Not close with that one. 2-1. Out in front, rip foul. And that's a strikeout looking. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late.
Now pitching for
back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth. Joel Peguero.
Power slider guy, Boog. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
Schanuel leading things off and takes a strike.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Slice the other way and foul. The 0-2. And that skips in the dirt. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one ran inside, almost got him. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout.
Up next,
Now a
pinch
move
hitting for
being
the
made
Angels,
for a pinch hitter,
number 25,
Travis d'Arnaud.
Travis
Looking to start something with one gone.
d'Arnaud.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Here's the 0-2. Strikes him out with
Up next for
103.
the Angels.
Angels making a move for a
the
pinch hitter.
Angels,
Vaughn
number
Grissom
5,
trying to get something going for him with 2 away.
Grissom.
Vaughn Grissom
ball.
in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. Two down, nobody on. That one fouled off. Called out on strikes. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th.
Now pitching for the
We're back.
Angels,
It's the top of the
number
9th. And there's a new
41,
pitcher on the mound. Jack Kahanowitz.
Kahanowitz.
Christian Moore
This change
now in the
defensively
game as he
for
takes
the
over
Angels.
third.
Now playing third base, number 4.
Also entering the
Christian
game, Bryce
Moore.
Teodosio.
Now
He'll be
in
patrolling center field.
Number 22, Bryce.
And digging in for San
Teodosio.
Francisco,
Leading off for the
Christian
Giants,
Koss.
The second baseman, Christian Koss.
Hard ground ball, base knock. A leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Waste no time there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Bailey in the box now. No balls and a strike.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over.
On the ground to third, and he can't come up with it. Gets off a throw. Making a move at first, and pinch running for the Giants,
Number 0,
Drew Gilbert.
Drew Gilbert.
Jesus Rodriguez, the next Giant to hit. Fly to left his first time. And there's a ball. A little bit low. Ball 2. Working down to the zone to start the at-bat, looking for that double play ground ball.
Yeah, back-to-back sinkers there. He's looking for some weak contact or to get this hitter to roll over. Now, as a hitter, you have to be really disciplined. Don't look down because you'll end up chasing the ball down. Set your sights high. Maybe you get a mistake.
Comes the 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. In the air, right field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with one out. Go ahead run on base. Bryce Eldridge, the next to hit. Came into the game on defense. So his first trip to the plate here. And a pitch out, but nothing going on.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Gets him to chase after that one. Fastball is outside. Check swing, went around, and that is strike 2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Huge strikeout there. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Daniel Susac. And this is a big at bat in this ball game. Daniel Susac swings through it for strike one. And that one fouled off. 2 on, 2 outs. Going to count 1 and 2. Up the middle. Neto flips it, and that's a nice play to end the inning.
Now pitching for
Back
the Giants,
now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Number 46. So coming into the game now on defense, Grant McCray. He'll be out in left field. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Anthony Rendon. He represents the winning run. Anthony Rendon, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Close, but called a ball. And it's 2-0. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. No challenges left for them now. And the 3-1 upstairs, and that is ball 4. And now the winning run is on base.
Hitting for the Angels, number 15, Matthew Lugo.
Matthew Lugo, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. And the runner stays where he is. Line drive, base hit. Tough spot for the pinch hitter, and he delivers.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
0-1 now. Curve in the dirt, kicks away. Both runners move up, 2 in scoring position now, and that takes away the double play. That's out to center field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. In comes the winning run, and the Angels walk it off and win it 4-3.
Well, you come into the ninth inning, it's a tied ball game. No one really wants to play extra, so everyone's looking at how we can get this game over with in regulation. Well, they got the run they needed, put one up, and they put one in the win column.
Four 4-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Spring training action on MLB The Show. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming your way next. And taking the ball for Seattle, Bryan Woo. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Swing and a pop-up. Young settles under this one. And a quick out, number one. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Machado.
13, Manny Machado.
Hey!
And that's in for a strike. 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. 3rd out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Nick Pivetta. Lots of punch-outs, a real strikeout artist, Singy.
Just electric stuff, Boog, and that fastball is no joke. He can move it around the zone, and it's not uncommon to see him pile up a decent amount of strikeouts throughout the game. He's the type of guy that allows the entire team to wake up feeling confident, knowing he's taking the mound.
J.P. Crawford now at the plate. Ground ball to the right side. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. Big time power.
Raleigh.
Pivetta, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Naylor jumps out of the way of the first pitch. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch, execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. We move ahead to the top of the second now. So digging in now for San Diego, Ramon Laureano. Just missed. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. And a big swing and a miss. Next offering is down low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
The designated hitter, Miguel.
Here's Miguel Andujar.
Andujar.
Second inning here, no score. And it's fouled away. Slowly on the ground to short. Crawford throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
The center fielder, number 3.
2 down, base is empty. Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. And the 1-0. This one smacked out to left center. And a base hit right there. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground to third, and he can't come up with it. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts.
Hey!
The Padres looking to strike first here at the top of the second. Bogaerts swings through that one.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
Out to short. They take the force out, and that is that. Bottom of the second. So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Dominic Canzone.
Dominic Canzone.
Yeah!
The 0-1.
That's a ball.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. That's to third. He gets there with the slide. Throw to first. In the dirt. He picks it. And that's a great play.
The center fielder.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. He's a guy who does it all. Out towards right center field. Tatis has a beat on it. And there's 2 down. Now at the plate, Brendan Donovan.
The third baseman, Brendan Donovan.
That misses. And that is ball 1. Foul ball. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that keeps the inning going.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Rob Refsnyder stands in here Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. And that's in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Got him swinging. That K is his third of the game. All set for the start of the inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Freddie Fermin. Swinging a foul straight back. The 0-2. In the air, right field. Canzone drifts towards it, and there's one down. So the San Diego batting order turns over. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Hey!
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
You know, Boog, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Padres, the right fielder,
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. 0 for 1. Popped out foul to the catcher his first time up. He was late there. Strike one. Next offering is fouled back. Two down, nobody on. Next offering is outside. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Another 1-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Bottom of the inning. In now is the Mariners DH, Randy Arozarena.
Randy Arozarena.
Hey!
Line drive, and that's just foul. That one in the dirt. Ball 2. And that skips in the dirt. Liner, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Oh, that's off.
Cole Young, the next to hit, takes ball 1. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Fought off foul. Arozarena gets his lead at first, nobody out. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Number 3.
And that's 4 strikeouts. J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners. He's 0 for 1. On the ground to the left. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Mariners,
back, and now on the mound to start the fourth, Casey Legumina.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Machado batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 2.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That one 95 to finish him off.
The Padres, the left fielder,
Laureano
5,
comes up to hit.
Laureano.
Aye. Inside ball.
Swing and a ground ball. Toss to Naylor. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Up next for the Padres,
Miguel
the designated
Andujar,
hitter,
the next
Miguel
up for the Padres.
Andujar.
Grounded out his first time.
That's a ball.
This one in the air. Naylor under it. And that is that. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Matt Waldron.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Raleigh.
Raleigh leading things off and takes a strike. Swings through that. Just misses with that one. Inside. Now 2-2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Left field. And it drops in. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just a bloop hit behind third right there. And that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to. And the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And now the 0-1. Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And a 1-2 on the ground, right side to second for 1. A sensational double play. Base is empty after the double play. Dominic Canzone up next for the Mariners. He's 0 for 1.
Aye.
That clips the corner. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. On the ground to third. Machado throws to first in time, and that is that.
Now pitching for the
We're back,
Mariners,
and there's a new arm on the mound to start the fifth. Jose A. Ferrer.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed
Leading off
hitter
from San
coming up to
Diego,
hit.
the
Classic
center fielder,
bullpen
number
move
3,
right here, so
Jackson
we'll see how it works out.
Merrill
That's a
in the
ball.
box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
That's ball 2.
The 2-2 on the way. And there's a
Whoa, that's
ball.
down.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Up next for the Padres.
Next for the
first baseman,
Padres, Gavin Sheets. Reached on an infield single his first time. And that one fouled off.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
And the 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout.
The batter, number 2.
Go ahead run on
shortstop,
base. Here's Xander Bogaerts. That one to first,
ball's foul.
and it goes just foul. Ground ball left side could be 2. Crawford to second on a nailer. They get 2.
Now pitching for the
Back now to
Padres,
start the bottom of the
number
fifth and
56,
taking over on the mound, Jeremiah Estrada.
Estrada.
Julio
Leading off
Rodriguez
for the
getting
Mariners,
ready to hit.
the center
Flied to
fielder,
right
number 44,
his first time.
Julio Rodriguez.
Gets the outside corner with that one. Late on that fastball.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Up next for the Mariners,
Brendan
the third
Donovan
baseman,
up next for the
Brendan
Mariners. 1 for 1 with a single so
Donovan.
far.
Wow, that's not even close to the zone.
And the 0-1.
He was looking for some
That's inside.
firewood right there. I tell you what, if you're not out in front, you swing at that pitch, you'll be looking for a new bat.
Ball 2.
All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. That one missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And there's ball
That's ball
4.
4. Take your base.
Up next for the Mariners.
Now here
the
is
left fielder,
Rob
number
Refsnyder.
30, Rob Refsnyder.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Ball 1.
In the air to left center. Out number 2. Now it's Randy
Up next for the
Arozarena.
Mariners,
Picked up a base hit to
the
center his
designated
first
hitter,
time up.
Randy Arozarena.
Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Gone. A 2-run homer. The Mariners strike first. It's 2-0. So 2 down. Now it's the second baseman, Cole Young. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Hey!
Here's your 1. Man, that got him square in the mask. 2 down, nobody on. And that's outside.
Executed that pitch very nicely, just missed with it.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Way high.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Edward Bizardo. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's the catcher, Freddie Fermin. Flied to right his first time.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Bizardo, a 6-foot righty, 30 years old now, and he was born in Venezuela. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Oh, 2 now. Got him swinging.
The batter, number 9.
So the batting order turns over. Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Bunting for a hit. Toss to Naylor. Bunt attempt doesn't work. They get the out.
Next for the Padres.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr.
Hey!
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th.
Ball, that's outside. Ball 2.
Two down, nobody on. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Now pitching for
back
San
now
Diego,
for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Adrian Morejon.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Crawford up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at 1 down low. That one misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
Hey!
And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now, Cal Raleigh.
Ball 1.
And that misses. and that's ball one. Out towards right center field. Tatis after it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. One down. One out man at first. And now Josh Naylor.
First baseman, number 12, Josh Naylor.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike one. And there's a foul ball. Man at first, one away. The 0-2. Swings through it for the K. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Dominic Canzone up next for the Mariners. He's grounded out a couple of times. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Hard liner. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. And a double puts runners at second and third with 2 out.
Up next,
nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't.
Bit of strategy here. They issue the intentional walk, and that'll set up a force play at any base.
Up next for the
Brendan Donovan up next for the Mariners.
Brendan Donovan.
Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Base hit, 1 run in already. The throw home. And he's out.
Yeah, on the tag.
Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Mariners,
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Yasver Zulueta. Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Padres. Will Wagner.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Will Wagner leading things off and takes a strike. The 0-2. Next offering misses down and away. Ground ball left side.
Foul.
And that's just foul. The 1-2. Way inside. That one misses. And it's 3-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Oh, he can't squeeze it. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Nick Castellanos. A runner at first for him, nobody out. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Donovan over to second, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Number 29, Bryce Johnson.
Bryce Johnson in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Lined, and that's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Luis
that's
Campusano
inside.
stands in now, looks at that one inside. Quick move to first. Johnson dives back in safely. 1-1 now.
Ball, that's low.
In the dirt, blocked. Throws to second. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning.
Now pitching for the
We're back in a
Padres.
new pitcher here to
Number
start the bottom of the
66.
7th. David Morgan.
Just trying to keep this
Now
one
playing
close
center,
here, and this is where a
number
bullpen
18,
can give their players a
Mason
chance to fight back into the game.
McCoy.
Digging in,
Leading
Rob
up for
Refsnyder.
the Mariners, the left fielder, number 30, Rob Refsnyder.
That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball 1. Ah, that hit him.
That got him.
And the
First
leadoff
base.
man is aboard to start
Up
the inning.
next for the Mariners, the
Man at
designated
first.
hitter,
And next is the
Randy
designated hitter, Randy Arozarena. He's already homered here in this one. Up and in, ball 1. That one fouled off. The 1-1 is fouled off.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Cut on and missed. Curveball struck him out.
The batter, number 2.
One
second
out man at
baseman,
first.
Cole
Here's the second baseman, Cole Young, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Outside, that's a ball.
Struggled a
that's
little
just
bit in
out.
this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Now he breaks his bat. Brings it in. The
He's
Mariners
hitting
going
for
with a
the
pinch hitter,
Mariners,
Luke
number
Raley.
20,
A runner on first
Luke
with 2 gone for him.
Raley.
Luke Raley in the box now. No balls and a strike. Late on that fastball. That's
a
off the
ball.
mark. Going to count 1-2.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Couldn't get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
That one a
Oh,
little bit
that's high.
high. It's 2-2. Just
Ball 3.
missed.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
No question about this one. It's out of here. He leaves the yard to right, and they add on. It's 5-zip. The
Pitching
Mariners
for the
going with a
Mariners,
pinch hitter,
number 10,
Victor Robles.
Victor Robles.
Victor Robles now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Ball.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here, the bottom of the 7th. And that's in for a strike. That misses the zone. Ball 2. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Cooper Criswell.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Number 25.
Ryan Bliss. He's the new shortstop as he comes in as a defensive replacement here.
Ryan.
Here's the center fielder, Mason McCoy. Entered the game on defense, so this is his first trip to the plate in this one.
Off the plate, ball 1.
He's
No,
clearly
that's
trying to
down.
work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
On the ground. And foul ball. That one
Ball.
drifts
That's
inside. This one smoked on its way out of here. He goes deep in his first at bat off the bench, and they're chipping away. It's 5-1. So digging in now for San Diego, Gavin Sheets. And a foul ball. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Tap foul at the plate. Oh, 2 now. To third, Donovan. Tosses to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
The batter.
And the batter will be Xander Bogaerts.
Shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
This one in the air center field. And there are 2 down. Freddie Fermin will hit next.
The catcher, Freddie Fermin.
First pitch way inside, a fastball. Ooh.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nope. That's inside.
That's
Nope,
a little
that's
bit low.
ball.
Looked like a strike to me. And here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 come in on this Seattle homer. It's now 5-1.
Now pitching for the
Back now,
Padres.
new pitcher on the
Number
mound as we
17,
roll into the bottom of the
Griffin
8th. Griffin Canning.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Leo
That's
Rivas,
upstairs.
the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Outside low, and a count 2-1. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. One up, one down. The Mariners going with a pinch hitter, Miles Mastrobuoni. Looking to start something with one gone.
Mastrobuoni.
And first offering is fouled off.
Ball one. That's ball two.
Hammered down the right side, but foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Foul ball. The 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
He's got it. Brendan Donovan, the next to hit.
The third baseman, Brendan Donovan.
Close, but called a ball. Ball one. To the right side. Throws to first, and the inning is over.
Now pitching for the
We're back.
Mariners,
It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Troy Taylor. Now into the ball game on defense, Johnny Pareda. He takes over as the new first baseman.
Number 5.
So back to the top of the order. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. 0 for 3 in this one.
Cronenworth.
Inside, ball one. Ball, that's in.
Swing and a foul out of play. The 2-1. And that one fouled off. That was the sweeper, but it missed. This one in the air, center field. And there's one away. Next for the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Hey!
One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Hit on the ground to short. Bliss gets it to first. 2 out. Last chance for the Padres. Will Wagner, the next up for the Padres.
Wagner.
Hey!
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. He swings and fouls one off. The Padres down to their final strike.
Hey!
Got him, and that's the ball game.
Winning never gets old, but it's also important to come out and play with some level of a fear of failure. That's what brings out the best, knowing that if I don't bring it today, we could lose. And nobody likes to lose, especially when you work this hard to play at this level. Nice win today.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.